Two of Cups, a connection, a relationship of support. I was just talking about this in the Libra reading. They didn't get the Two of Cups. They got the Ace of Cups. Now, that's what the Two of Cups is. It's two Aces of Cups that have come together. She has her Ace of Cup. He has his Ace of Cup, right? That's why the Ace of Cups is so crucial. And I think a lot of people overlook that energy because whatever we have in our cup, that's what someone else is going to match. They're going to highlight that. So, you know, that's why it's so important to address our own emotions. You know, if we have insecurity in our cup, someone's going to bring that to us in their cup. So whatever you have in your cup, you know, self-love, dignity, trust, all of these things, all of these emotions, someone will bring that to you. So these two people, their cups match. It's a profound connection. This is someone that we feel like we've known forever. For whatever reason, we feel like we've known them, you know, it's your underlying energy. So when the Two of Cups comes up as an underlying energy, it may be in general that's what you want at this time, that you're looking for a connection like that. You know, your focus is on connecting with someone. And the Two of Cups doesn't have to be a romantic partner, which I always pity the people that only see the Two of Cups as romantic. I always think, have you never had like a close friend that just meant the world to you, or someone in your family that you just had that profound connection with? Because that's what the Two of Cups is. It is actually a platonic energy at this point. It's just all we know is the Two Cups match. And as much as people try to cloud love, or, you know, it's been butchered and bastardized, you know, with sex and all of that kind of stuff, possession, those things have their place, you know, those are very important in a relationship. I'm not saying they aren't, but that's not what the Two of Cups is about. It's what you bring in your cup. You find it matched in someone else's, and that is such a miracle. That's why this card is such an amazingly beautiful card, and it feels so profound when it happens to us. And so as an underlying energy, if some of you are looking for this kind of connection, like, you know, it's kind of, you may have tried to focus on work, you may have tried to focus on other things, but it's almost like this week, it's like, well, okay, what am I doing about connecting with someone who has my back, who has that one-to-one support with, who truly gets me? Because if you have a look now, I think for some of you, this is romantic. Why? Because I have the Knight of Cups coming up in the past. But it almost feels with the Knight of Cups in the past. I know I'm skipping over the Devil. I'm going to get to him in just a moment. If you've met someone, if you're dealing with someone and you've got this profound connection and you don't know what to do about it, please don't judge this person by someone that you've been with in the past. Unless this is someone that's coming from the past. But even then, right, they might have changed. If you're reconnecting with someone this week, please treat them like it's a brand new person, like you're new from the last time you guys connected. If this is a deepening of a connection, then again, you know, take the connection for what it is. Be very much in the moment going forward. Because with the Knight of Cups coming up in the past, this could have been someone who promised you, I don't know, the sun, the moon, the stars, everything, but they were just full of shit. Now, they didn't mean to be that way. They were romantic. They meant everything. They wanted all of that. You know, they wished for it. But that doesn't mean they had the goods to back it up. And I kind of feel like that's what you dealt with. That, you know, you've dealt with someone like this in the past. And so at the moment, you're thinking, I don't know. I don't know. For those of you that have connected with someone, and don't forget, the Two of Cups can be the perfect business partner. You know, that they're coming in and they have the same vision for the business you do. A work colleague who comes in to help you finish that project. You don't even need to talk. You guys are on the same page. You know where it's going. The perfect friend when you need them. You felt so alone in the world, and now someone comes in, they've got your back. They know who you are without even having to say it. Or the person that you think, wow, could this go somewhere? This chemistry, this connection is amazing. Could we be life partners? Is this my soulmate? That's the energy that we're talking about with the Two of Cups, but it covers a lot of things. But with the Knight of Cups coming in the past, whoever this was, this could be last week, last month, last year, right? This is someone who they talked a good game with that Knight of Cups energy. This is the dreamer, right? And it didn't come out the way you wanted it to. Now, for some of you, this, whatever this is, it's a maturing or a deepening of the dream that you had. The Knight of Cups is the dreamer. Like I said, sometimes we have to be that dreamer to make dreams come true, right? But you have the Devil coming in here. That's the focus. That's at the heart of the reading. Everything revolves around this. Now, the Devil, card for Capricorn. Some of you might be dealing with a Capricorn. Let's see what signs we've got coming up. We've got Leo. We've got Capricorn. Sagittarius. We've got Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So another water energy coming in here. But remember, the signs don't own the cards. They just lend their characteristics. So somebody else could have those kind of characteristics. What's the Devil card like? It's all about power plays, guys. So it might be, sometimes when we connect with someone, it might be really beautiful energy. And those are, at an emotional level, they're both very beautiful energies. This is someone who's offering their cup of love or friendship. But it can feel like, well, is this going to have power over me? Is this, when it feels overwhelming, and it might do when you connect that deeply with someone. It's one of the reasons when people come and ask me, does that person love me? And I'm like, it doesn't mean anything. Two people can have the exact same emotion, which they do in the Two of Cups. Two people can have the exact same emotion, but one person thinks, oh my God, I want to be with this person forever. The other person's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't want to have this over me. It's too overwhelming. I can't focus on anything else. So with the Devil coming up, there are kind of aspects of this power play. Who's being held back here? If you're completely single, you don't have any friends, there's no one in your life, and there are some very lonely people out there. It's almost as if you want it, but you don't want it. Not with the Devil coming up. It's almost like, well, this is going to hold me back, or something's holding me back from being with this person. I get the sense and I don't usually do this. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that I don't usually get messages like this. But if I see it, then I have to say, very specific message. Somebody had drinking problems. That's one of the aspects that's come up here. Knight of Cups, Devil. Whenever I see these kinds of energies, Temperance coming up there as well. This is someone who maybe drank too much, or they became someone different after they had a drink. Beautiful, loving energy. Otherwise, have a drink and they turn into a raging beast. And it's always like, I don't know if I want to do that. So there can be addiction issues with the Devil. It is a soulmate card as well, believe it or not. But it's almost, not all soulmate connections are of the romance, candles and roses variety. Some of them can reveal some very, the uglier aspects of our personalities. And we all have them. We're just not proud of them, but we all have them. And no one knows that better than a Scorpio. What lies beneath. We all have those aspects. But this at the heart of the reading shows looking at, what's holding me back? What's holding me back from going for a relationship like this? What's holding me back from connecting with other people? Well, the advice in the present is strength, courage, the courage to go for something. I'm going to say this to you, that whether you're with someone or not, whether you're looking for a friend or not, whether you just want to partner up with someone, with the Two of Cups at above strength, it's like it's there. It's there. It's waiting for you to just reach out and grab it. It's yours. It is there. But sometimes we don't have the strength to go for it. And also there can be this kind of aspect with strength coming up that, when we think we have to behave like the lion's more aggressive in the way that they go for something. And we don't. Strength isn't about the lion. The lion is subdued by the maiden. It's her gentleness. It's her courage. How did she know she could just go up to the lion and pet it? Because she just knew. She had that inner courage, the inner resilience to go and do this. And that's what it's asking you to tap into. What happens after that? What happens once you have the courage to go for this? Sometimes it takes courage to even acknowledge that we want this. I'm getting the sense that whoever this message is for, no matter what this partnership represents, there is very strongly that once bitten, twice shy. Or I went through this, so is it going to happen again? That's kind of where this is coming in. It might be a brand new, fresh person, a brand new, fresh situation that you're in. But then you have two cards of balance that come in. So Temperance talks about balance, moderation. Sometimes when you meet someone, and they kind of seem to take everything over, like you're on the phone with them all the time, or like you're checking your phone throughout the day at work. And that's amazing. That's beautiful energy. But that's when it becomes overwhelming. When it takes over our life, it becomes very intense. And Temperance is saying, no, it's moderation, peace, harmony. How does this, whatever this connection is, how does it fit in with the rest of your life? I mean, if say you're already in a relationship and you meet a friend like this, how does that fit in with your existing relationship? Does your partner like your new friend? If you're spending long hours at work, and you've got this great business partner now that you guys are just, oh my God, your business is just growing and growing and growing. How does your family feel about that? How does your partner feel about that? How do your friends fit in with this, So that's what temperance is saying. It's about balancing everything out. And that is the antidote to the devil as well. The devil loses his power in that way. Because think about it. If I have a glass of wine, one glass of wine, it doesn't have power over me. I can have a glass of wine every day. It doesn't have power over me. When I start needing to have that glass of wine, and I don't just need a glass now, I need a bottle or 2 bottles of wine every night. That has power over me now. I don't have a choice, more or less. It's like I need that. If I don't have it, I can't wind down. So it can be something, you know, with the devil, something very innocent. And I think you're very aware of this. You don't want this. That's why it's coming up. Because it may have happened in the past that something had power over you or held you back or you got tied to it. Usually in love readings, romantic love, when I get the devil, that's when people are asking me, how do I cut the cords? How do I cut the cords to this person? And I always have to tell them, you just have to go through the karma. There's outstanding karma here. That's what the devil's about. But you're strong, Scorpio. I mean, a lot of this is just fears. And it's very good to be aware of, look, I've been here. That's the whole reason we look at the past. I've been here. I don't want that to happen again. Great. You don't want it to happen again. It won't. Because you're different. You're stronger. You'll have all this courage now. If you step forward boldly from your own place, your inner strength, and you keep it like, you keep everything balanced, moderation. This is going slowly as well, I kind of feel. It's the kind of patience. And I don't feel like it's telling you to have patience. I feel like it's telling you to take it at your own pace. Because even when we say divine timing, we are sparks of the divine. We have the divine kind of resonating through our bodies. We are that spark of divine. So when we say divine timing, that's our timing. We're not going to make things happen or let things in until we're ready for it. And our higher selves know that. You know, our inner puppies, the kind of very human aspects of us, they want everything now. You know, that inner brat. I want it now. But this is not about that. This is about you going at the pace that you're ready to go at. Why? But to establish this, the 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles is, it's very practical. It's pentacles, right? Tangible representations of security and stability. It's not none of it. It's not this. It's not the dream. It's reality. And it's like in reality, and the advice is how much you give in, that's what you get back. It's not about one person offering their cup. It's about 2 people, same cups. And, you know, it's called a charity card sometimes, but if you think about it, both people get something out of this. They both get something out of this. At first glance, it looks like this person is just giving money. So the poor get money and you think that's it, but it isn't just about that. They are giving this guy the opportunity, or is it a girl? I don't even know. Whoever this person is, they're a bit androgynous in this deck. You know, who they are giving this person the opportunity to do something nice, to do something good. He's got excess. He can do something good with that. They don't have enough, and this person's giving them more. So there is a balance here. Both people get something out of this, and that's the advice here. To kind of keep everything balanced. I mean, that to me is like a lesser energy of the Justice card. It's about balance, fairness. Is everyone doing their part here in the real world? Now, if this is not about relationships, and I've kind of gone that way, but that's, we have the 2 of Cups there. This is about connecting in some way to someone. This is work, you know, this is saying you make sure that you get paid for the hours that you do. Fair and equal compensation for whatever it is, for the hours that you're putting in, for the work that you're putting in. And maybe it'll take courage for you to ask for that. But you set the tone here, Scorpio. You set the tone. The devil says only those chains that you allowed to hold you back can hold you back. Right, let's get you some oracle cards. It's kind of a strange thing. I've been seeing a lot of readings. Everyone seems to be kind of stepping into their own power. And I love that. I love that everyone is, because there's been such uncertainty kind of around it. And it feels like working through that, it's made things clearer for us. But kind of where we're shifting to now, and I think we're going to see it more in Virgo season, is now we're trying to see how this new truth that we've come into, and for you guys, it seems to be with your connections, with, you know, profound, deep, intimate connections, how that plays out. You know, how it's all well and good us knowing our truths within ourselves, right? Maybe this is something I'll talk about in the outro if I remember. But how now we're taking these new selves out for a test drive, right? We're seeing how people around us respond to it. Act as if your partner is here, whether you have someone in your life or not. Act as if they are with you, so you will consider them. Now, if you've seen me pull this card before, you know, it's one of those cards that I don't like. It's not the card itself I don't like. I don't like that kind of mindset around it, where people kind of have the idea, and no judging the people that teach this. I just think it doesn't go far enough. Is where we get told, oh, sleep on one side of the bed, keep one side empty, you know, if you're single, or have half your wardrobe empty and someone's going to come in. Now, that's all well and good if every time you open the cupboard to pull out a t-shirt or something for yourself, you see that empty half. And how does that make you feel? If that makes you feel like, oh my God, that side's empty, then that isn't act as if your partner is here. That's reinforcing the fact that your partner is not there, right? But I kind of feel that, you know, if you're looking for romance in your life, if you are looking for romance, one of the quickest and easiest ways to get a romantic partner is to raise your vibration. You can do that through your friendships, through your other intimate relationships, because love doesn't understand friendship, boyfriend, daughter, like doesn't understand the relationship stuff. Love is just love. We put the other stuff in it, like sex and possession and vulnerability and all of this other stuff, the expectations, we add those. And yeah, we love different people in different ways. We express the love differently, and that's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to do that, raise your vibration as if your partner is it. And that's by connecting, right? Connecting to other people. And if you want a partner who treats you the way you deserve to be treated, make sure everyone in your life treats you that way. That is and temperance says that too. Moderation in all things. Make sure there's balance throughout your life. I talked about this in the last podcast that I did, where a lot of times we look at, you know, how we don't have a sense of our own identity or self-worth, but we look to our partner to provide that for us. Whereas if we have it ourselves, then we're kind of we're teaching that person how to love us. So for others of you, and I kind of went a bit deep there, you know, your partner might be away. You might have to spend, like, if one of you's working abroad for a little while, traveling or doing something, if there's a temporary separation here, don't forget that Knight of Cups could be someone that you already know. But you set the tone, guys. I'm kind of getting that very much. You set the tone of how this goes. We have clean it up. Now, clean it up usually comes in when someone's made a mess. Let's be honest. I think it's this Knight of Cups, whoever it is. Someone went too far. Someone got too dreamy, airy-fairy about whatever the hell this was. And it becomes very real. It's becoming more real. Don't worry. You know, those bad habits, this is old behavioral patterns, codependency, addiction. I talked about all those things. This is about cleaning up some mess. Now, for some of you, it may be clearing the energy of the ex away while you get connected to someone new. But whatever it is, cleaning up is about making amends, you know, taking a look at our side of the street, making sure it's all clean and stuff. Doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. Are we good? Are we clean? Is there anything holding us back? Is our life balanced? I mean, it's never going to be perfect, right? But don't forget, what's in your cup gets matched. Whatever you give out, that's what comes back. So the focus is very much on what we're doing. So clean it up can be like, clean up our side of the street. Make sure that, you know, our house is in order before we let anyone else in. Right. This says, dear you, sometimes you just feel like no one understands you. You're not heard, or even that you don't count. This, my dear, is a terrible illusion. And although your feelings tell you that abandonment is real, well, we who love you know better. You are never alone, and even when rejection happens, you are ultimately being protected. So better things can replace what wouldn't have worked in the first place. Everyone on this side of the veil is watching over you and rooting for your ultimate success. Life loves you, we love you, and you're a unique spark of the divine and always connected to the light and to source. You are always in our care. Trust and keep the faith. Love you always and forever. And I'm going to say something. I don't know who got this last time. I have no idea. I do so many readings. Somebody got this last time, and somebody commented, and they're not the first. A lot of people say this. And I think what they actually said was, you know, who else thinks there's bullshit about this? You know, rejection is God's protection or something. And I don't agree with that. I think I think everything that happens in my life is for my highest good. I mean, that's just me. Doesn't mean I can't feel shit about it. Doesn't mean that, you know, I don't want to eat a tub of ice cream that day because I'm not happy about it. And that's fine. That's in the moment. We take care of ourselves. We clean it up, right? But it is. How can you not believe that there's something better that, you know, that's not going to come in from that? Why would it be removed from you? As I said, with temperance coming up, it's not, I don't believe the universe or God or angels or beings from another dimension or the flying spaghetti monster, whatever you believe in. I don't think those are the things that stop us from doing that. I think it's us. We are not ready. As much as we think we're ready, we're not. You set the tone. I keep saying that. I didn't have a life for 7 years. I spent 7 years in a bed. Now, that's quite a big rejection, you know, no friends, no love, no job, no nothing. I wouldn't be sat here today making videos and doing tarot readings or being a tarot reader if it wasn't for that. So I don't just say it out of some kind of stupid belief. I've seen it in my life. Every time certain things have been removed or denied, and I say denied, but I deny myself that, you know, it's always come out better for me. Like, you know, something beautiful has always come out of it. But, you know, if that's what you believe, don't forget, it's true. If you believe that it's bullshit, then it is bullshit. Trust your higher self on that. But you set the tone here, Scorpio. Very important to remember that. You set the tone. So understand, what does this look like? What's in your cup? Because it's about to be matched.